God, you're father now.
So this video here gonna be based on me changing the orifice tool that sits between this line. Make sure you change all O-ring gaskets. Make sure you change the shredder valve stems. Make sure you replace the higher valve port, and everything that's displayed that I have in the arrow showing in this video. Replacing the high and the low stem it's just like a stem like you take out an air tire. Because what I was having problem was this shit was bubbling up, it was leaking. Like it was leaking all my Freon out. So my truck ain't getting cold, my AC. And it was leaking here too also with the high. So I got the parts for this. I got the parts for this. I got the parts for this. And this is called the accumulator. AC line that runs. AC compressor, which that's brand new. I did a while ago. You can see the other video on how to replace and charge that. So I'm gonna try to, by law, you supposed to take this to a certified technician and let them bleed out the lines properly. But if you can afford to do it, do it. The way I'm gonna do it is not suggested to do it. But I also post some other videos on Tutorial Guide, man, who break this all the way down, especially for the GMCs and Silverados, all the way from the years from 99 to 2006 and up. I think like all the way to 2008. But I'm gonna show you the part numbers on what I'm about to do and what I need to do to replace this, place the stem, and place the orifice tool that sits inside this line. Got a crack. 22 and 19 combination wrench. Turn the wrench in the direction you see the arrow while you use the other wrench for support, so therefore it don't bend or move. Crack this with a 22 and a 19 going in the opposite direction. So these are the tools that I'm gonna be using. Like I told you, I got a 22, I got a 19, I got my even though I had my R134A refrigerant 2 cans, it's another can that you should also want to put in there. It's a refrigerant oil, because you want to put oil in the line, so therefore what creates that green. So if there ever be a leak and run through your line, you will need to. I also put a video in the description below explaining that. Also, another thing you need to do about refrigerant, my Freon, R134A would be for the Silverados in the truck, and GMC. Here goes some of my parts. This is the orifice tool. Show you the part number on that. Part numbers are very good to note to have when going into the shop or ordering. So you'll definitely need that for that line for the orifice tool. That's the part number. Here goes some of your O-rings. Now I see why it costs a lot, because it's a couple fittings that goes around the AC unit that you might need, and not the same which one, is a bunch of them. That's the part number for that. For your O-rings. And this is what I was talking about, the highs and lows. Here go a few little stems, got a little rubber seal or O-ring seal there. It's the part I got to change on the high. That's the part number right here as well. So these are my parts. And make sure I got that. And then with the with the AC, already done screwed that stem part out, the low. That's what it looks. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if you can tell. It's real wore out. put the new one in. So I'm also removing the stem. Once you unscrew that, once you unhook the connector off it, because it's gonna be connected just like that to the accumulator. Remove take that switch, that connector off. But you will see the prongs inside to the connector. There's another stem here that you want to probably remove, because it might be wore out as well, because it run through here, and here. But I also was told, like, most people recommend when you change, anytime you cracking these lines, you want to change the whole accumulator as well. But I don't think I need to do all that. But I'm gonna have this line vacuum because I don't have a vacuum. Now I posted this vac pump, which it can discharge and charge your AC compressor and vac out the line. Anytime you make any repairs, you always want to vac out any moisture that causes any air wet. It's a video I'm gonna put in the description. Dude explained that very well. I won't even remix because he did very well with his presentation. But this is the product that I got off Amazon. I didn't display in the video because I just ordered it after I did it. And luckily I had someone that's at the shop where I work at. They vacuumed it out for me. But even if you didn't have the vacuum, you want to do it, it will still work. You in charge, but you'll end up having problems later down the line due to the fact that you might have trash in the line. This, I recommend you get this. I looked at a lot of reviews on it. Best from Amazon sale. You learn how to do it yourself. Please look at the description of the video I will put below, going through this process with a vac. But even if you didn't have the vac and you had the other charge gauge to put AC in it, and you already located leaks, it will still work, but you just want to prevent from having any issues later down the line. So it's good to go ahead and get it vac. And you know, a lot of people have a lot of ways. They say do this and do that. There's no right and wrong, but that's a right way on how you want to do that process. So I recommend this product. Get it. You know, I did my homework before I even put it out here what to get. Like I said, please look at the video I put in the description below. Dude giving a walkthrough, great, you know what I'm saying, tutorial on this product, and just, you know, vacuum out your line anytime you drain your AC, and especially if it's nothing in there. Make all the repairs you've been seeing me doing the video, the part numbers, everything in there. Yeah, like I said, even if you don't have that and you just want to replace, it will still work. You just want to make sure you don't cause no problem for further down the line. You want to. I also put a diagram on giving you the system of from the AC, the accumulator, the orifice tool. I'm gonna put another picture up here as well. And what you do when the vacuum is when you vacuum this line from any debris and air that's in the line. So therefore, when you put the refrigerator in free, it don't fight against it pushing out, where you'll be able to sometimes, boy, I'm just fumbling. You want to bleed the air out the line, so therefore it don't be, when you refrigerate it, it don't seem like it's getting filled before it actually does when you putting it into the Freon, which, you know, this how I did a video on this, how to charge your AC compressor with this AC gauge. But it's also another thing that you can get from Harbor Freight as well, but I don't have that. So this right here called a pressure switch, and sometimes they can go bad as well. Pressure switch, but the O-ring that I put and remove the stem that's inside and put a brand new O-ring gasket on them. So when you replacing the high, use a 17 box wrench. Put down on the bottom. Use a vice grip for the top since you're replacing it. Make sure you grip it literally at the top and turn that way, not this way. That's loosening. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Because you don't want to do like how I was doing. I end up kind of put a little with the groove with my teeth. I wasn't really sure until I took it off, but yeah, you don't want to be in there. It's just like a snug tight. Or you can see any specs on twerking that down if necessary. So make sure you put your connector back on. I forgot what sensor I said this was. Put your connector back on to the pressure. I think it's a pressure sensor to the accumulator. Snap that back on, spin that back on, put the snap back on, put the new cap on the low, replace this. Now it's time for us to crack this and put that orifice tube in. So when you putting the box wrenches on here, put the 17 right here, just to hold it for stability, cause this don't spin. Put the 22 and move forward that way. Just keep this steady, like just holding it with the 19 and the 22. Turn the back, so therefore it come off, because you don't want to over tighten it going one way the other way, because this don't move. Had looked at some videos on that. Don't want to over tight or bend. So take that off, and I'm gonna remove. Yeah, I need both hands. I don't know if you can see it real good. This the tube. Just pulled it out. It got some debris on it. The camera ain't doing no just. You see that? Nasty work. It was kind of hard to get it out too. Like you had to really stick something in there. It look different with the eye, man. Yeah, we're gonna just go and put the new one in there. And that came out the line. I had to pull it out. So what I used, I used this, small enough to get in the back. I jammed it in like snug to the corner, grabbed down, and yanked out. But for me, I didn't think I was doing it right. I ended up using my camera to see if it was in there. It was in there, for sure. And so far, these are my old parts. The old orifice tube, some of the O-ring seals, gasket seals, the higher part replaced. So I need both hands to do it, so put the new one in. So I have everything back on, replaced, place the higher, place the lower stem, pressure sensor stem, and you know what I'm saying, O-ring on the gasket, new gasket, brand new orifice tube with the gasket. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 different between replace the lower, the higher, the pressure sensor, gasket, stem, gasket, and the orifice tube, and replace the whole higher. These are my older parts right here. They're the old orifice tube. The old gasket seal don't look too bad. On doggone stems. Look at my old stems. They look a little warped. Camera ain't doing no just. That's one on. Y'all don't look as bad, but replaced it. So I replaced all that, so I'm gonna take it down here to get the air sucked out of it. I recommend y'all do the same thing as well, but I definitely gonna put a video in the description below, dude who explain it way better, give you all the parts, give you the walkthrough, and stay locked in. So here go all the old parts that I don't change out, all the new parts on. I'm gonna definitely put a prescription below of a better tutorial video, guy who give you a whole explanation on change this part out. But I would like to note this. Now, even though it's granted to have with that vac pump system, make sure you have no vapors, which is moisture getting a line that can cause this air. The reason why you want to vac it out. I didn't even have to go do that. It still would have worked if you was confident in knowing that you had no leaks in the area that you fixed in when you was in that line. And that's crazy. You'll be going spending money. Now, I wouldn't say it's not. It play a part to make sure you had leaks, but I had no leaks, and I asked if I didn't have got the line vacuumed out, would it have still worked? And he said, yeah. But I went and did it anyway. But I did not have to go do it. If you secure enough that you prepared, the lines that you had already fixed, the area. Once you pinpoint what the problem was, you was good. AC running like cold breeze now. But these are all the parts. I'm about to throw these parts away. And I hope the video was on some kind of help. I know I did a whole lot of fumbling. Like I did all the fly. I didn't try to go back see what this was, that was. I knew what I had a good idea what I was doing, and my idea was right.